All right, we're on chapter 8, Ambush. The howl pressed into Krampus's head, into his heart, so faint, not even a whisper, not even an echo's echo, yet so painful to bear. Dawn's first glow peeked in through the window slats. The others slept undisturbed, but for Krampus it seemed there was no reprieve from the mournful call. Such sorrow, he thought. He clutched the sack, pulled it into his lap, and did his best to push the howls from his mind. Loki's arrow, he thought. It must be found, or I am defenseless. He set his mind to the task, trying to picture it in all its possible manifestations. Only he had no idea what the fabled arrow looked like, where it might be, and how to rely on the sack not only to seek, but to find. And the sack was taking its toll. Where are you? Where are you? Legend told that Odin had it taken to Muspel, the realm of lava and fire, to be melted down and destroyed forever. But Hel had spoken otherwise. Krampus pressed his eyes shut, thought of Asgard, melded with the sack. The charred ruins of Valhalla appeared in his mind. The surrounding lands, all scorched earth, all a graveyard of crumbling ash. Krampus wondered how much longer before the ghostly realm was lost forever. The bones of a ship appeared among a dry seabed. Hringorenni, Baldur's funeral vessel. Krampus whispered, "It must be here. Look for the howl, mournful and piercing." The vision faded. Krampus opened his eyes, found himself staring about the church again, into the tortured face of the Christ hanging on the wall. He let out a long sigh. He pushed himself to his feet and stepped to the window, peered out into the frosty morning, and watched the dawn's light dance among the icicles, heard the call of the morning birds. He longed just to sit there the day long. He longed to just sit there the day long. He longed to just sit there the day long and watch Sol make her path across the winter landscape. But there would be no time for such frivolity, not for him, not so long as Baldur still drew breath. Again the howl. Jerry, Krampus felt sure. The language of animals was as his own, and with the ancients he shared a bond. The howl told of more than pain. It spoke of abandonment. Krampus shook his head. He has left them behind. Odin's great pets left to die alone. Krampus found his nails biting into his palm. Odin would curse him ill for such deed. Another cry, and blame is shared, for my hand is at play in these matters as well. That cannot be denied. Would I be as he then? Would I sit by and do nothing, let them die? Allow those magnificent beasts to disappear from this world? He shook his head. Something must be done. He turned, sure of course, then hesitated. This could be one of his tricks, a trap, a ruse to draw me out. Krampus took a deep breath. Perhaps not. Some risks must be made. Arise, Krampus called. The Belsnickles raised their heads, sat up, looked about as though unsure where they were and how they'd arrived there. There was no such confusion on Jesse's face. He sat up quick, his hands still bound, his leg tied to the pew. Krampus could read his focus, his hatred. The man made no effort to hide it. Krampus thought how surprised Jesse would find it if he knew how much he, Krampus, understood that hatred. He liked the man's spirit, wanted to tell him to hold fast, that he, the Yule Lord, would make good on his promise, but knew such words would be lost on the man while he resided in such a dark place. We go. Load up the carriage. I have an errand. They looked at him confused. We must find the wolf.